the Palace from indoors, and they are greeting the introduction of the Detroit Pistons. The Chicago Bulls lining up with John Paxson, Michael Jordan in the backcourt, Horace Grant, Scottie Pippen up front, and at center, Bill Cartwright, who has done the job for the Bulls right throughout the series, and the head coach of the Chicago Bulls, Phil Jackson. For the Detroit Pistons, Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars open at the guard positions. James Edwards and Mark Aguirre are at the fours. Aguirre in the starting lineup instead of Dennis Rodman, who will come off the bench. And Bill Laimbeer, who has not been able to get into this series, will open at center. And Chuck Daly, winningest coach in Pistons history, telling us there will be quite a bit of shuffling here today. We'll see more of the three-guard alignment that was very successful for the spurt of Detroit in Game 3, in particular with Vinnie Johnson on the floor. The officials, Mike Mathis, Joe Crawford, and Bennett Salvatore. In this entire series, the Pistons have led for a total of 3 minutes, 31 seconds. They were ahead for all of 16 seconds in the game on Saturday afternoon. Out of a possible 144 minutes, here's Pippen tying the game at 6. Thomas with the penetration. Isaiah Thomas provided the spark on Saturday to help the Pistons get back into it after the slow start. He had 13 of his points in the third quarter for the most part from the foul line, but he played well, although we know he is hurting. Oh, nice move by Pippen, and he's tied the game at 8. Michael Jordan going glass, and the Bulls take a 10-8 lead. Dumars, yes! Joe Dumars has been very quiet over the first 3 games. Long-range pop by Jordan, who is in 2 out of 3. A minute 50 to go in this first quarter. It has been a heated quarter. Technicals called on Laimbeer, Paxson, Chuck Daly, and Brendan Suhr. Paxson wide open. Yes. And John Paxson has hit on 3 out of 3. He has 10 points. The Bulls lead by 6 as we get started in the second quarter. Jordan from deep. Michael Jordan has connected on 3 out of 5. That from downtown, he has 7.
The quickness of the Bulls to the basketball. That's been the story of the series.
Livingston. Oh, he hits the jump hook. Armstrong and Craig Hodges now in the backcourt. Cliff Livingston, Bill Cartwright, and Scottie Pippen up front. Beautiful backdoor pass for Pippen, and he is walloped. And that will be a flagrant foul. And it's getting very, very tough out there. Again, an unnecessary hit taken by the Pistons as Scottie Pippen was racked up.
Again, I think that's what Phil is talking about. And that's what Michael Jordan's talking about. They just don't want to see that in our basketball game.
Pippen. And Grant got it back for Jordan. Michael Jordan with his 4th field goal. Edwards going straight to the hoop. It's a 2-on-1. Pippen. And the Bulls lead 54-46. Shot clock is at 5. And a very friendly rim from Michael Jordan. Here's Jordan in the race with Thomas. The Bulls now by 14. And Chuck Daly wants to talk it over. So another burst by the Chicago Bulls. After putting on the dribbling exhibition. It counts, and the foul on Laimbeer. Beautiful ball movement to set up Grant. Michael Jordan tripped up. Foul committed by Edwards.
He's just so tough to cover. Look at Edwards falling down. All he can do really is tackle the guy. He is just too quick for him, and it really creates havoc with the Piston defense. He is splitting every trap, every help situation.
Nice fake by Jordan. Goes to the scoop. 18 for Jordan. The Bulls 74 and the Pistons 61. Aguirre from downtown. Good play by Pippen to get in his face. Here's Dumars with a wild shot, and Jordan rebounds. He has Pippen. The Bulls have pulled away to a 15-point lead. Michael Jordan now with 21. Jordan changed his mind and was able to find Grant.
Well, it's been that way all day long, Marv. Jordan is just looking. He'll score if he has to, but he would rather feed the ball off.
And Pippen able to feed it off to Jordan.
Turnabout is fair play. Their defense right now is doing it.
Here's Jordan. And again, got the hop. 27 for Michael Jordan. It counts, yes, and the foul. You don't have to have the super center.
No, if you had to have the super center, there wouldn't be many champions. And Chuck is now clearing the bench, and all we have to do is listen to the crowd.
Very emotional scene as Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars were taken out of the game. Bill Lane-Beer ran off the bench to hug both of his teammates. The Pistons with the indication that it is all over. A great run has come to a close. With 4:38 remaining in this fourth quarter. Now Isaiah runs out to center court to hug Mark Aguirre. Very emotional scene for the Detroit Pistons.
And it's richly deserved because they have been there, they have done the job, they have stuck together through a lot of adversity, even in their locker room. Those guys are battlers.
They are headed off as time runs down. Pistons wasting no time in getting out of here. Now a timeout was called. They left the bench, although there's 7 and 9/10 seconds remaining. The Pistons just left. That's a three-pointer. With 4 and 9/10 seconds remaining. Isaiah Thomas, general manager Jack McCloskey. Another emotional hug. That's been the story here in the fourth quarter. The Detroit Pistons heading back to the locker room. Their season has concluded while the Chicago Bulls advance to the NBA championship round. They will go against the winner between the Lakers and the Trailblazers. Let's go to Ahmad.
All right, Michael, for the last 3 years, it has been Detroit that has gone on. Let me be the first to hand you this. And also, it had to be a bit of sweet revenge winning here.
Well, you know, I think you have to get a credit to Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, my supporting cast. These guys played extremely well. I think for the city of Chicago and for the organization, this is a big step for us. And, you know, we can only go and move up. You know, right now, we're looking forward to the finals and trying to do our best.
Now, you mentioned before the game that you wanted to stamp out Detroit and stop that kind of play. What was that about?
Well, we just wanted to play clean basketball, even though they were going to try to, you know, maybe dirty it up. But we were going to keep our composure and play the game of basketball like we know how to play. And I think we held our heads. We really didn't let them get us out of our game. And we kept our poise and did what we had to do.
All right, I know it's quick, but who do you prefer in the Western Conference, Portland or L.A.?
Well, when you look at L.A., you know, we have the home court advantage if we face them, as well as, you know, if we play against Portland, then we have to go out to Portland. Either way, we made it here. It was a goal that we set at the beginning of the season. And, you know, right now, I think everybody's preferring L.A. because of the home court advantage.
All right, congratulations and good luck in the finals.
Thanks, baby.
All right, back to you, Marv.
All right, Ahmad, so the Bulls make it a sweep of the Pistons. They defeat the Pistons here at the Palace, 115-94. Michael Jordan moves on to the NBA championship round for the first time.